My name is Alex, and today we'll discover how we can write and read files in Python. So let's begin. So first let's create the Python script file. So we'll name it script.py and we'll work with terminal. So I'm working with Visual Studio Code. If you work in another way, you can make it and do it how you're doing it for a long time. So first let's write print hello and let's check if it works. Okay, yeah, it works, everything's fine. Okay, so how we can work with files? So everything is so simple. Firstly, we can create the variable. Let's call it something like file. Why file? Because it's the simplest name that you can use, and also it explains what you will do. For example, if you work with file, you can understand that it will be something with files. For example, you can read it or you can write it and it will be something about files. Okay, how we can do it? We just need the function that calls open. That's all. And here we can write the name of the file that we want to use. For example, info.txt. And let's, for example, write and create this file. Yes, we don't have this file, but we can instantly create it. How we can make it? We just need to write here mode that will be equal to w and file.write hello. For example, we want to create the file that calls info.txt and we want to write there name hello. Okay, why do we need to write mode w? Everything's so simple. Look, when I write open, let's make something like this. You can discover that here is the hint, and you can see that here is file, mode, buffering, and a lot of other things. But what is mode? Mode is how you will read this file. For example, you can read it like a simple file, you can write something there, and you can append any information there. For example, we want to create this file. We don't want to read it because we even don't have it. So we want to create it. So firstly, what do we write? Write mode that is equals to w. Okay, so write hello, everything's amazing. Let's start this file. Bingo! Here is it. Our file that we have created. Okay, so we have made it, everything is cool. How we can read it? Also, it's very simple. We just need to write the mode R. Read. We need something to read. Mode R. So let's write print file dot and the function name is read. Everything's so simple. Just try to understand it. It works. We have printed in our terminal the words that is in the file info.txt. If you don't believe me, let's write hello, my name is Alex Demko. Here is it. Everything works. Okay, that's great. But what do you need to know also? You need to know that we need to close this file. For example, file.close. And that's all what you need to write. Why do you need it? Honestly speaking, everything is so simple. First of all, you need to close the file because sometimes you can forget to make it and you can, for example, read it when you don't want, or you can write there something that you don't want, or you can erase it but you didn't want to make it, or another troubles can happen. Also, it can cause some hackers attacks and something like that. It's not like very often, but in general, you need to close the file to make your life easier. That's what you need to know. Okay, great. We know these sort of things, but how we can make it easier? Honestly speaking, it works with just short word. The word goes with open file info.txt with mode R as file, and let's read it. With such writing, You cannot write in file.close. You can even not think about that. It will be closed automatically. That's all that you need. So let's delete file.close. Let's delete print file read, and let's delete file open. Will it work? Yes, of course, why not? So here's how we can work with close, and that's why do we need it, how we can work with files and everything in such way. Okay, but do we have something interesting here also? Of course. For example, we have the function that calls read, but we can write here, hello, my my name is Alex Demko. If we will work with read, we will see all of the lines, but we can work with each line separately. Hello, my name is, and one more file read line, Alex Demko. What does it give to us? We can work with four line in file, and here is the thing. One moment. Print file read lines. This is the new function that you need to know. This is the array. This is the list of the values that you have in this file. And if you will write them file line in file.read lines, you can work with each of them separately. Let's check it. Here is it. It works. Everything works. So why do you need it? You need it when you want to work with each line separately. For example, in one of the university that I was working for, there was the task to work with TXT database, and each line was like login password for another user. So I need to loop all of these things, and file.read lines helped me a lot in this thing. So now you know where you can use it. You can use it when you need to work with each line separately. Okay, what do you have here also? Let's, for example, write something here. File, write, hello. And what we'll have? We'll have error. Why? Because we are in mode R. If you want to write something, you need to work with W. And you see? No errors. Oh, where's our text? Everything's very simple. When you work with W, that calls like write, all the text will be erased, and everything that you have written in file not write will be placed in this file. And yes, the previous text will be erased. How you can append the new text? You just need to work with mode A, append. Let's check it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. All of the text that we have written is here. Great. Let's also read this file. For example, let's work with file.read and put it in the print. And ta-da! Also error. Why we can't put any text and read it in the same time? Of course we can, but you need to know, to make it, you need to work with plus. A plus. It means that you have something more just append. You can also read this file. So file.read, and we can read it, but you will see one problem. You'll see just empty line. Why I have it? Because you're, honestly speaking, reading the second line. Honestly speaking, you're reading all of the lines that are at the very bottom. If you want to see the file from the very top, you need to write file.seek 0 to start from the 0 position, from the very top. So let's try it. Boom, everything works. Okay, so the same thing is with W. So if you want to read the file and write the file, you need to use file plus. Okay, and you to know. Also, here is the problem that we just erased all of the file and we didn't see it. So it will be better. Yes. So when we write the data to this file, we can read it. Extremely super, great. But also we have R plus, and that is, honestly speaking, doing the same thing. So what is the difference between R plus and W plus? What is the difference between these two modes? The difference is very simple. Let's write with info2txt. You don't see it here. And you will have error. Because R plus is working with the file that is exactly created. But if you know that your file cannot be created just for this time, and you want it to create if it isn't, you just need to write W plus. Let's check it. It works. It was created. So this is the difference between these two modes. And this is the basic things that you need to know with working on files. Yes, of course, it has a lot of other options, a lot of other commands, but this is the basic that you need. I don't know that you need in this life with Python, but these essential things you will definitely need to know. So I am happy to hear you, I am happy to see you here, and looking forward